What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Crandall. Y'all are watching the Eldredge Fam, and today we have got a big project that we are undertaking. This is our abandoned shed, which we are taking down to make room for our shop. We are also going to be repurposing all of the tin that we can, the roof off of this, to make some chicken tractors and some other shelters and stuff. We're really excited about that. But this is our abandoned shed. It was here when we got here. We kind of threw a couple of things in there, but we haven't really explored it very much. And I think we're going to find some kind of cool stuff in here that may or may not be worth keeping. We'll find out. So let's get into it and go see what we can find. As you can see, I've kind of already started pulling some of the stuff out. I've pulled out some of the tires, old gas cans, lumber, all sorts of random stuff out of there that we have had in there. And so we're going to go in there. We're going to go take a look, see what else is in there, and finish cleaning it out. But for this project, we need power. And that is where Bluetti comes in. Huge thanks to Bluetti for sponsoring today's video. Today we are going to be using the AC300 plus the B300, which the B300 is the battery pack for the AC300. I am absolutely blown away with what this is capable of. Like, I've heard and seen battery packs before, but honestly, it blew my mind when I figured out the capabilities of this thing. When we bought this place, there was a bunch of random stuff in here that I don't even know what some of it is. So we're going to be exploring that with y'all today, figuring out what some of the stuff is, seeing if any of it has value. I've noticed there's a whole bunch of old horse stuff here, some bridles and bits and some other things like that. I don't know if any of that is even salvageable. Hi, Maverick.
Look.
What did you find?
This.
That's a nut. That's a walnut.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah, that one's not ready to eat yet, though. So we're going to explore this a little bit. I don't know what we're going to find, honestly. Like I said, we kind of just left whatever was in here and added our stuff to it when we moved here. I've done a lot of cleaning out already. But let's go ahead. Let's get the power station set up, get the lights hooked up, and get ready to rock and roll and explore this abandoned shed, see what we can find. So literally all it takes to set this up is plugging in the power cable. So you just go from the battery to, I don't even like the computer part. This does all of the conversions, everything you need. This is what actually does it. This is the control box, I guess you could call it. So now that I got that plugged in, all we do is come over here and click it on. Now y'all can see this basically gives us everything. We can turn our AC and DC. It gives us our loads, basically shows us everything that's going on. This is a very, very nice touch screen that you can come in here, change whatever you need to, and get it set up just for what you need. We've got a whole bunch of 20 amp outlets. And then amazingly, they have a 30 amp outlet that's just ready to go right there on it. So that's one of the things that I'm super excited about. Having a power bank like this is awesome as a secondary backup for power. So like, we could use this thing to power our washer, our dryer, our water heater, our well pump, anything in our house. Literally anything that we have in our house, this is gonna power, which is just amazing. But let's go ahead, let's get it set up for what we need in here. So I grabbed a couple things we're gonna plug in here. I've got my drill battery charger. We're gonna be charging some batteries because we're gonna need our drill and our saw to kind of cut down this. But I just realized this light is right here and it has a plug. I wonder if this light works. I'm gonna grab an extension cord. We're gonna try that out. I also got the box fan and some of my other lights so we can kind of have this whole thing open. I'm going to set the fan up over here blowing out so that hopefully it will kind of pull in some air and recirculate, because y'all, it is like 8 in the morning and it's already 90 degrees. So I probably will be sweating through my shirt here in about 10 minutes, but hopefully the fan will help a little bit and we'll be able to get this kind of squared away. Plug this in. Let's see if this light works. I have no idea. Plug this in. And then we got to turn AC on. Ta-da. Okay. Now let's just plug this in. I'm nervous about this. Hey! Well, I mean, it works, but it doesn't.
Like the actual light is broken.
Oh, there it goes. Burned out. All right, well, that's a non-start. Let's try one of these other lights. If I can hang this up here somewhere, maybe like this. There we go. Ta-da! Let's... Oh, that's perfect. It's like they put those nails there for me to be able to put this light up. All right, so we got the one light up. I'm gonna grab the other one. We'll put that up. Wow. There is a lot of poop in here. This is where Zan used to sleep. This is where one of our ducks had a nest, but unfortunately didn't make it. And what in the world is this, you might be asking? This and a bunch of those boxes over there are actually airplane parts. Now, this is not an airplane that's going to fly. This airplane, well, all of this sheet metal has a bunch of corrosion and stuff on it from when I got it. So it's basically good for scrap, and I've just been keeping it because I never know when I'll need just a little piece of aluminum for something. So this is all just scrap. It's actually a BD5 microjet. This is the wing panels to it. I'll put a picture of it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Super cool little airplane, also kind of a death trap. There's not very many of them flying because they were not a very safe airplane. So we're gonna go ahead, let's get all of this stuff pulled out of here. Let's get this battery on the charger here on the Bluetti as well, and get after actually making some progress on this. Says it's charging. Also, one of the coolest things about this charging station is it has the wireless charging on top of it. So obviously I'm using my phone to film, but you can literally, you just turn DC on, set your phone on there, and it charges. And I have my case, and I have a really thick case, and it was charging through my case on my phone. So pretty amazing. It's wireless charging stuff, you guys, I absolutely love, and I'm glad that they incorporated it into this, because there's nothing worse than carrying around cords. And when you don't have to carry around a cord, you can just set your phone on top of it, run everything else, and charge your phone at the same time. Absolutely amazing. All right, so I got the charger, 2 lights, and the box fan, all running off of the Bluetti here, and the load is 192 watts, which is not very much. So this is gonna last us, I mean, at least all day. I mean, it's gonna last forever for us. I'm impressed with this, you guys. I really am. I'm gonna get started here, clearing this out. We're gonna take everything that's going to the dump, we're gonna stick it in the back of the truck. Everything that's going into storage will then go in a pile next to the truck, and we'll just get this thing cleaned out, see what kind of stuff we find. This is all the extra old house tile. Now we might be able to sell it. A lot of it's in pretty bad condition. It's just not worth it. There's like, I don't know, maybe 20 square feet of it, so nobody's gonna want that much for a little project. Bluetti's AC300+B300 offers 3,000 watt hours, which is a ton. You can also stack up more batteries, but not only that, they also offer an app. You can get it in the App Store or for Android as well, and it will go through and it will actually show you what the battery life is. You can turn on and off your machine. You can see how much power it's using. It gives everything you need to know just by looking at your phone. Y'all check this out. I have no idea what this was. It's completely rusted to nothingness. Oh my gosh. What in the world? Looks like we had nesting stuff in here. Who knows what, nasty. Who knows what was nesting in there? We had a duck nesting down there for a while, but I don't know where all the feathers came from that are up in the top side here. Honestly, probably like mice, rats, all that kind of stuff built it up there. It's my guess. See if we can get it out of here. Oh my gosh, it's so rusted. Woo! Dang it, I don't see any buried treasure. So this must have been some old sort of like toolbox or something. How they have out here looking at it. That's kind of my guess. If y'all have any guesses, leave a comment down below what you think this was. I was thinking it was maybe a stove or something, but no, I don't think that's right. It's amazing what you find in these old barns, old sheds. You never, ever know what you're gonna find. We've also got, look at this. Look at all this stuff, all this old horse tack. Now we don't have a horse. I do want to get a horse one day. Is any of this savable? Should I save any of it? Refinish it? There's that. Here's, I'm guessing some sort of bridle halter. Anybody know what this is? I'll lay it out here. This one's been, look at that. They used old just baling wire to fix that up. I don't know if that's worth saving. Is any of this worth saving, y'all? Put that one right there. And some old leather, not worth keeping. And another one of these. What are these, y'all? Is this some sort of, I mean, I got no idea what this is. So it looks like we ended up with 2 bits and whatever these things are. Y'all leave a comment down below if you know what these are. I think I'm gonna kind of just save all this stuff. I'll just set it aside and we'll decide, I guess, if it's worth keeping at all or if it's just too far gone and trashed to not be worth keeping. One of the things I'm noticing, every time I pick up something off the ground, there's thousands of like roly-polies or potato bugs. Y'all watch this. Okay, I'll look at them all. Literally like thousands of them. Everywhere. I guess they like the cool dark ground in here. They are everywhere. Hundreds of them. It is going to be so nice to get rid of this building and to like put a real building here, because I'm sure there's, I killed a snake in here about 3 days ago. Snakes, mice, bugs, all of that kind of stuff just thrives in a moist, dark, cool environment like this. So getting rid of it is going to be a huge game changer. Because this is so close to our house, any bugs that are in here can easily get into the house, in with the snakes and everything like that. So I am glad that we're doing this, getting this cleaned up. Y'all, every time I open something or lift something up, I'm like deathly afraid a snake is gonna jump out at me or something. Woo-wee. Don't see any snakes in this one. Just a million mud daubers, holy cow. All right, this box needs to go through. This is airplane building stuff. Needs a new container though. So we've been using this for probably about an hour now. And we went from 82% to 88%. So 5% drop in about an hour, running all the charger, the 2 big lights, and the fan. So yeah, based off of that calculation, I mean, we've got more than a day's worth of power running all of these things, which is just unbelievable. One of the worst things if the power ever goes out is obviously losing everything you guys have in your fridge or freezers. So we're gonna hook this up to the Bluetti and see how long it will last with the fridge hooked up to show you guys kind of the long-term running your big appliance off of the Bluetti. So let's plug in the fridge once this turns on. Plug this in, see what we're looking at. So it looks like it's pulling about 171 watts. So we will give it a little bit of time and we'll see what happens. All right, so it's been about 5 hours and we are down to 49%. So this is doing a great job. We still have got a long time for this to run before the battery would actually die. So I am really excited about it. If you ever have an emergency or a situation where you need to run a lot of your big household stuff, this is definitely the product for it. Now let's get back to the build. So although a lot of this aluminum is like corroded and not airplane worthy, it's other project worthy. About anything I need to build with aluminum, any of this, you know, if it's the right thickness, will work. So, and there's some pieces, like this piece is still brand new. Well, just kidding, it's got corrosion on the end right there. But I'm gonna save this all, get it into a drier place so that it doesn't corrode or deteriorate anymore. That way, if I find a project and a need for it, I can actually do something with it. Look how good this is looking. We've got this place pretty well cleaned out. Except for this, which this is, I don't know what. Some type of circular chop saw. Oh, it's a DeWalt 870 12-inch power shop. Now look at all those mud daubers on that thing. And it looks a little rusted in here. Looks like we're missing the top cover of it. I mean, the motor's got mud daubers in it. I don't know what in the world is going on with it. I'm gonna see if I can't figure out what year this is. Oh, wow. That literally has corroded off. Well, I don't think we're gonna get this thing to run or start. I think we're just gonna probably trash it. Wow. Thing's like stuck in the ground. Oh, it's got old wheels on it. No wonder I couldn't move it. Oh my gosh, alright, we're gonna have to do something. Wow! That's quite the piece of machinery. I guess that's it. All the rest of this, got an old bag of cement. If you leave cement out here, it actually hardens. All the rest of this trash, I think I'll kind of just pick up after we get this thing whole knocked down. This whole thing knocked down. Look how bad this is. I mean, the roof. Yeah, not safe. Not doing anything. In fact, look at this. Probably one nail holding that thing on there. Oh, that ain't doing anything. Holy cow. I'm glad we're taking this down because this thing is not safe. I didn't even realize how bad it is, but it is like, it's beyond bad. Actually, look at this. Golly, there goes that whole entire thing. Wow, this blows me away that this thing has stood this long. I mean, we live in Oklahoma. We get tornadoes, 100-mile-an-hour winds. Somehow, this thing didn't ever blow over. I am going to get all of the rest of this cleaned up, go dump all this trash, get it all ready to be torn down. The next video is going to be us tearing this down, wiping it out completely, just getting rid of it. So y'all stay tuned for that. Thanks again to Bluetti for sponsoring today's video. I will leave a link down in the description. Y'all go check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see y'all on the next one.